So Monica Orecchio, can you describe for us what happened when you were at home yesterday afternoon?
Well, I was outside in the backyard gardening for a little bit, and all of a sudden the wind picked up. I turned around to see what was happening with the wind and what was coming down, in the weather system, and a tree broke off in the neighbor's yard. And I actually saw it crack and break off, and one of the big pine trees cracked and broke. And I went inside to call the neighbor and let him know that a tree had broken in his yard. And as I'm talking to him on the phone, something really big hits the house, and the house kind of shook a bit. So I came outside to see what it was, and I realized the big tree that was in front of the yard had actually fallen on just a small part of the house. So it just damaged the roof, broke in through the attic. Some water came into the guest bedroom that we had there, and it's mostly just a mess because it took out all the power lines within the neighborhood, and so we just got a big mess here.
And tell me about this tree that went down.
So we just moved into the house not even a year ago, July 15th a year ago we moved into the house, and we had these big beautiful trees on either side, and neighbors had told us that they were, they've been here, they're 200-something-year-old trees, that they've been here for a while, and they had to do petitions and campaigns to save the trees because every so often the city had probably wanted to take them down. I'm not quite sure because we weren't here, but these are the stories that I've heard. And so they wanted to take the trees down. So these are apparently some very favorite trees of the city, and it was a beautiful tree. Part of the charm of the house was the tree, and unfortunately now it's gone.
That was an oak tree?
I think so. Based on my identification, I think it was an oak tree.
So I heard you talking to one of the tree guys that you'd like to save a portion of this?
Yes, I was asking if we could just save a slab, maybe a 2 or 3 inch slab, so that we can maybe create a table or something to, because it is a beautiful tree, and it was, like I said, it was part of the charm of the house, and if we could just have a memento of the house and the tree, that would be awesome to have.
How long do you think it'll be before life's back to normal in there?
Well, the Jersey Power says that they had estimated they would have power back by midnight last night, and obviously they haven't been able to do that yet. I'm sure there's a lot of damage all across the city, so as soon as we get it back, it'll be great. In the meantime, neighbors have been generous, bringing over generators and whatnot, so far so good.
I suppose it could have been worse, right?
It absolutely could have been worse. The tree, instead of taking the corner of the house, it could have went through the center of the house, and that would have really done damage to the house. As it is, we've got minor damage, nothing that can't be fixed, but we can still maintain the integrity and the charm of the house. The house was built, I think, in mid-1920s. It was actually designed by the architect of the city. So this was his house that he designed and his house where he lived, and so he was the one to help with all the city planning. So it's a historical home, in my opinion, and it's an absolutely beautiful home. So I'm really glad that we can maintain it. And, we're just going to make a few cosmetic changes to it. We're going to add a portico over the front porch, something I wanted to do in the first place, but now we have a good excuse to get started with that.
Where were you sitting inside when the tree came down?
I was actually standing in the stairwell looking out the window. We have a window in a landing, and I was actually looking out the window in the landing, telling the neighbor about the tree that fell in his yard when it fell on my house. So it was kind of comical because he was asking me, did the tree fall on your house? Are you okay? I said, no, nothing fell on the house. And then shortly thereafter, I said, oh my gosh, Carrie, something just hit the house. And it was this huge oak tree that hit the house.
Well, all the best of luck to you.
Well, thank you so much.